Welcome back, everybody, and give it up for day 86. You guys know that yesterday was officially the 12-week mark of me being on this diet and workout program, and I officially weighed in just over 176 pounds. To make sure that wasn't a fluke, I wanted to weigh in again today just one more time, and I can in fact say that it was not a fluke because I am officially weighing in at 176.4 pounds. So from day one, you guys remember that I weighed in at 196.6 pounds. So I have officially lost over 20 pounds of fat just being on a simplistic diet like intermittent fasting and only eating one meal a day sometimes. I did not take any drugs, supplements, any extra garbage was completely unnecessary, and I have proven to you guys out there that you can lose weight, be in good shape, look good completely naturally without wasting money on drugs, supplements, or anything else. And what I want to do now is, since I'm at a weight that I'm happy with and I'm happy with my physique, is I want to show you guys today and for the next week how I'm going to be maintaining my physique and my low body fat percentage. I think we can all agree that the hardest part is not always getting on a diet and losing the fat. It can actually be just maintaining that fat loss after you're done with the diet. It's almost like the fitness, diet, and food industry wants us stuck in this infinite cycle of getting on a diet, losing fat, then gaining the fat back, then having to get on a diet again. You see it all the time, and I'm not judging anybody out there. I have done the exact same thing. And I want to show you guys that after the diet ends now, it's not really going to be that much different than when I was on the diet. The only difference is going to be that I'm going to increase my calorie intake a little bit just so I don't keep losing fat. But I'm still going to be intermittent fasting and eating not more than 2 meals a day. Like right now, it's 11:30 a.m., still hitting the fasting period strong. All I've had this morning was a little water, some black coffee, and some 0-calorie sparkling water. It is Father's Day, so I'm probably going to end up eating my lunch a little bit earlier than I want to, and my dad wants a bunch of barbecue, so I'm going to end up going over to my parents' house and probably eating an extremely calorie dense and high sugar lunch because of the barbecue sauce, brisket, chicken thighs, turkey, and all the stuff that comes with barbecue. But it's not going to be super difficult for me to counteract that. What I'm going to do is focus most of my calories instead of at dinner like I normally do, and I'm just going to put them at lunchtime. And then if I get hungry later for dinner, what I'll probably do is have a salad, maybe a small snack. But again, I don't have to be as worried about it because I can increase my calories. But again, since I'm trying to maintain and I'm already pretty lean, I can't increase my calories a ton or I'm going to easily gain back all of the fat that I lost. Because believe it or not, I don't have a better metabolism than any of you guys out there. If I eat big, I easily gain weight really quickly too. But I gotta hurry up and get ready because I'm supposed to be over there probably about noon, 12:30. It's already a little bit past 11:30 at this point, just because I've been filming so long. So I'll see you guys for exactly what I'm gonna eat in a little bit later today. I almost forgot to mention that I'm feeling lazy and fat today, so I will not be hitting a workout. Probably gonna pick up the workouts again tomorrow. All right, guys, it is exactly noon today, and I'm going to be officially breaking the fast. Got a little bit of nitro cold brew at Circle K. This is probably about 70% just black nitro cold brew, and then I did throw in a little bit of vanilla just to give it some flavor. So this thing probably shouldn't be over about 50 calories. Headed over to my parents right now, going to eat a big time lunch and just make sure not to go overboard. Pretty plain Jane on the cold brew. It's barely even got any flavor to it at all, but I'll see you guys a little bit later. All right, guys, I'm back home at this point. It's just about 6:30 p.m. What happened was we ended up eating a little bit later than planned. Ended up eating lunch at about 12:30. So here's the first portion that I got. As promised, it was a bunch of barbecue. Started off with some brisket, turkey, sausage, cream, corn, and then I think I also had a couple of rolls in there. Everything that I got for that first portion is on that plate though, I promise. Also put a little bit of barbecue sauce, but just to make sure I don't go over the calories, I kind of did the barbecue sauce light, because if you really sauce it up, that stuff's really fatty and high in sugar, so you'll easily add too many calories to the meal, so I kind of avoided doing that. I did go back for a second portion of some turkey and stuff. Here it is, not a huge second portion, and I did end up hanging around at my parents' house for a little while, so once it got close to about 5 p.m., I was a little bit hungry again for dinner. So what I did was I ate 2 pieces of white bread. Those are just the little skinny ones like you get at the store, basically. I don't know why you can't get good fresh bread at a barbecue place, but anyways, besides the fact. I also did get another plate of some brisket and a little bit of sausage. Here it is. So between all of that, I'm still easily, worst case scenario today, staying even as far as my calorie intake. It is raining right now, but I want to try and hit a little bit of cardio. So if the rain lets up here in a minute, I might go for a jog, which I should burn between about 100 to 150 calories doing that, but I'm just waiting on the rain. And so again, I'm not doing anything complicated to maintain my new physique here. I'm just taking my calories, which were here during the diet, and I'm increasing them by, I would say, about 400 to 500 a day, just so I don't start cutting muscle and losing any more weight, because I'm happy with my physique at this point. If I don't end up eating something else and I don't go for a jog, this is going to be the end of the video today. Kind of simple. Just wanted to take you guys through the maintenance process, because I know a lot of y'all kind of struggle with that, as I have in the past. You finally get to the physique that you want, and then a couple months later after the diet, you're right back to where you started, and then you're trying to get on a diet and stuff again. So I'm kind of trying to get out of the constant diet, gain the weight all the time thing. I'm kind of just trying to maintain. I'm not bulking or anything right now, and I'm not trying to lose any weight. And I also want to throw in that I'm not switching into a bulking season or anything right now. For the rest of the summer and even going into the fall, and probably most of the fall, to be honest, I'm really just going to maintain my physique and keep working out to slowly put on some more muscle. But I don't want to immediately switch into a bulk and just put a bunch of body fat back on, because that's kind of pointless. If I do decide to do a bulk, which I'm kind of uncertain if I want to do an exclusive bulk, but if I do, I will do it probably later this year, going into the winter, probably late November or even going into December. But right now, I am really happy with where my physique is at, and I've officially met my goal. This is the best shape that I've ever been in my entire life. So I'm really just going to maintain it, keep working out, slowly putting on some more muscle. All right, guys, I ended up not being lazy tonight. I did end up going for the jog. Went about a distance of 1 mile to 1.5 miles. So I can safely say that I burned between 100 to 150 calories. Took a break about 10% of the jog at the midway point just to catch my breath and let my dog sniff around a little bit. But you guys know it's really important to me to get the heart working and the blood flowing for my overall health. And now I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna eat something tonight. If I do, it's either gonna be a little bit of Halo Top ice cream or some salad. Like I said, I really should eat the salad just to get some microgreens in, but I can always save it for tomorrow and I'll be okay. All right, guys, it is officially 9:30 p.m. All right, guys, it is officially 9:30 p.m. and I just really didn't want to eat salad tonight, just not feeling it. I'll definitely pick it up tomorrow though, so cut me some slack. Instead, and especially since I hit cardio tonight, gonna fit in a little bit of Halo Top ice cream, and I am putting it in a cone. These cones are only 45 calories a pop though, so not gonna add too many calories and put me in a surplus today. And then again, just to keep the calories down on the ice cream, I'm using Birthday Cake Halo Top. This entire pint is only 300 calories. So I would say that I probably used about 100 to 125 calories in this cone. So still overall, it's under 200 calories. So not gonna make a huge difference to today. And I'll still at the very least break even. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna continue to take you guys on my diet, how I maintain my new physique. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you early tomorrow for another one. This is going to be it, and I'm going to officially start up the fasting period again.